recording. Okay. Oh, okay. This is like I think very good to talk openly and find out the solution. Okay. So as we all know, life is not really long. Life is short. Within this short life, we have to do um, good deeds as much as we can with having good motivation. The good motivation is the main power to having all these good actions, right? So this is the then if you believe in the future life, you can carry something in the future life, which is good things, right? Otherwise, difficult. So and then yeah, so far we're learning Shantideva text as a dharma. We keep studying, but when we when we having like a difficulty time, then if you looking something other solution, then all this we study right now is useless, right? So we study now for using when I have the difficult time. So right. So that's the many cases and there. Um, Also, who knows all this dharma perfectly, but still, when they get it difficult, then they're asking to someone what is solution, and then the answer will be what you learn then. So that's how we need to go. We learn, and then always, whatever we learn, that apply to practice, and it will help when we have difficult time. That's all, right? So difficult time, it's always comes. When happening, never know. Yeah, it is always happening. So that's the reason that we are looking solution for that. So therefore, whatever you learn, it's learned for overcome by your difficulty in daily life, right? And then do not look at what else solutions for overcome this difficult. So we entire learning this all Shantideva. So now we finish this chapter 6, chapter 7. Now we are on a chapter 8. The great instructions instructed us to how to be patience practice in chapter 6. Wonderful, right? Yeah, and then how we can engage it's joyful with the joyful effort in the chapter 7. It's wonderful. Now, what is main practice to overcome by difficulty? It's chapter 8, to changing self and other, to generate, cherish more others, to generate Bodhicitta. This is the way we are learning now. So if you have a very difficult time, maybe instead of asking someone, just go back and look at the each chapter and find it out from there, right? So I'm again repeating here, there are many cases who learn a lot, who has very knowledgeable, but they will have a stuck. They don't know how to do when the difficult time comes. This is totally conflict, right? So if you don't know what to do in difficult time, then all this day by day, months by months, what you're learning. Therefore, I encourage you to whatever you learn, always apply and practice as much as you can. At least even you not apply on a practice, at least you think it, at least you review on that. So that will keep all the instruction in your mind. Then when difficulty time comes, then you know what you need to do. You don't need to ask anyone, right? You know what you need to do. So it's funny things actually. I had some case that people they come and always giving some like advice, which I knows, right? And then after a few months, they have the same difficult. They're coming back again, and they're asking me what to do. And when I begin to talk this same solution again, then they're repeating everything. They know everything, every single instruction. Okay, no, think this, think that, think this, think that. Yes, I know this, all these things. Come exactly, they are without, I just started, not complete yet. So, but they knows what I'm going to talk, and they repeat everything what I talked in previous. That means they know everything. Then it's still coming back here and asking what I need to do. So, and then, yeah, that's actually what I need to do then. So, therefore, think always, right, that we're learning for overcome by difficulty in daily life. And then while we're learning, some line you might see very beautiful, strong, powerful touch to your heart. Some instruction here, some reason. Then whatever you found these things, immediately you marked it and think again and again. So it will not take long time. It's always, all this practice will find us difficult until we get familiar with it. Once we are familiar with it, then no problem. It comes immediate. It's called simultaneously. Spontaneously comes in your mind because you are familiar with it. So make it familiar with it. So whatever we're learning it, so then really, really help you at the moment when you had difficult. Okay? Yeah. Okay. Where we are now. Oh, okay. I think what I'm sharing here, give you some example. It's not only happening with you guys, even in monastery, even in a Geshe, who knows deep, profound, all this like a philosophy. They got a problem when the difficult comes. Right? So not just only you guys. So, and then even in my own experience, yes, we're reading a lot of book, almost 20 years, 18 years, studied that all philosophy, which is like talks about samsara, which is talks about like how liberate from samsara, everything we learn it, right? But when we have a difficult, then we don't know. And a very sad, deep sad, worrying, and then just strong negative emotions there, which is like controlling us, and then too much suffering. Even knowing this all, then what are we missing actually? What are we missing? You knows, but still you are having heavily suffering. What problem then? What are we missing it? Right? So actually we did not apply on a practice. That's the part that we're missing. We did not analyze it. We did not get the wisdom of analytical. That's the problem. So yeah, therefore I'm just warning you. This is not just here, right? Everywhere happening. It's so especially if it's happening in a monastery, of course, then you guys will be happy. So no problem. But I'm just warning. This is the problem, and then also solution is to apply on a practice as much as you can, right? So before you apply on a practice, you have to make sure that you have to develop faith and trust to each instruction, right? The trust, how much you have a belief and trust, then one solution is enough. If you do not believe on anything, even you know 1,000 solution, every 1,000 is not worked because you do not have a trust. You do not believe on that. You are not sure, right? You are not sure on like these are solution or not. So then how come it's help? You have to really, really develop your trust and belief for all this instruction. So therefore, you can have 1,000 questions to develop belief on that. You can do like many time discussions as part of studying, as part of learning, as part of like make sure that it's a reliable. This is important part, right? This is very important part. So therefore, you should have a many questions until you have a strong faith to each instruction, right? Each instruction. So then once you have a strong faith, I'm repeating one more time, then even one solution is enough for you to overcome by difficulty in daily life. Just one line, right? Which is one, I can give you one example, the Shantideva text. We all know this. So is there anything you can do while you worry? Is there anything you cannot do? No reason to worry. This is very powerful and very helpful. If this instruction is very enough for us to overcome by difficulty, right? The more it's help us to correct our, calm our mind, and then correct our emotions. Through by correcting emotions, make calm minds, that's we are overcome by difficulty, right? So even this, but you need to trust, you need to faith, you need the before faith, you need to understand clear. How much you understand clear, you will have a trust. Then you can rely on this line. So, and whenever you rely on this line, it's a beautiful, powerful, and it really help you at the moment when you get difficult. Important, okay? It's very important. Okay. Let me think what else I can give you some tips. Yeah, okay. That is I think good now today. To 2 points I give you. Try to apply on practice and try to develop your faith to each instruction. That is 2 points. It's important. Then no worry. There are no problem when you get a difficult time. Maybe you will not have difficulty time, or you will have a less difficult time. And even you have a difficult time, you can overcome by sooner or easily. Okay? Then don't ask again, oh yeah, I lost someone. What should I do? Oh yeah, I have a difficulty time. What should I do? So, but for me, actually, no problem to asking this question because it's one opportunity for me to help. But from your side, as well as you are not like a, I think from your side, make more confidence, then stand it up by yourself will be more powerful, right? Um, I'm not saying you shouldn't ask any question to me when you get difficult. You're very welcome, but try to stand it up on your feet. This is powerful. This is very good. Sometimes we have a phone connection, sometimes we are not meet each other. Then what are you going to do? If you always rely on some instruction to ask question by phone or email or like in person, if you always rely on that, they're possible some network is not there, phone connection is not there, person is busy. They're very possible, these things. You therefore always not rely on these things. Try to be standing up on your feet. So therefore, this 2 point is very important for you. Got you? Okay. Oh yeah. Okay, now we're going to start from 165. Still, it talks about that after you are practicing changing self and other, and how you apply on a practice in physical, both mentally, and then the point above saying, be more humble, right? Always compliment and praise to other, not show up too much, and then help as much as you can without any expectation. This is the practice so far we talked it, right? So it's in brief, now he's saying 165. So in brief means that all this practice in summary or in brief, how you apply and how you engage in activities. So that's the saying here. In brief, for the sake of living creatures, may all the harms I have selfish caused to others. What's it?
Selfishly caused or descend.
Descend upon me, myself. Okay. So it's saying in brief, until now, my self-centeredness for my own welfare, I always harms to other, right? I always harms to other many time, many lifetime because of my self-centeredness. So, and then now, as you learn that Shantideva text, as you know now what you need to do, so then you shouldn't harm to other for your own welfare. Instead of you harming other, always benefit to other, always help others. This is now you think your responsibility to helping others, right? So sometimes we say, oh yeah, how come I harm to other? I did not harm to other. There are many ways to harming others. As well as you stay, you are like associating with self-centeredness. Somehow, however, it's harming. It's like a gentle, it's like a small harm or big harm. That's depend. At least it harms, right? Okay. Well, one simple example I will give it. I went to Costco to buy the bread. Geshe is very much like this bread. And I was there and also one other ladies there. And then she already picked it one. Then almost we getting same time to grabbing another ones, but my hand is fast. I grabbed it because Geshe is like if there's only one left over there. I grabbed it. Then immediately I think, oh, sorry. Then I asked her, do you need it? So I will give you. So then she's nice also. Yeah, she said, oh, no, you keep it. So actually, if I keep it, somehow it harms, right? To her, it's like a, which she wants it. Therefore, she comes to pick it up. But my hands get more faster than her. But if she's very strong self-centeredness, definitely it's harms to her. Even I wanted desperate, right? Yeah, that immediately I thought, oh yeah, I did wrong. So, and then I respected her and then try to give her, but she's don't take it. It's good. So that's the simple example, possible many different way to harm the other. So therefore, never think I did not harm, right? So find it out how I harms. So you will be see more. So therefore, until today, because self-centeredness, it's not your fault. It's fault of self-centeredness that you hold it, and self-grasping, right? So therefore, as well as like we under the control of self-centeredness, um, then most of the time it harms to others. So therefore now I say change it. Do not harm to other but your own will first. Now take responsibility to helping others, to benefiting to others. That's one summary of the previous practice, how you need to apply in activities or practice. And then same, the next one is also continuing the summarying this the above practice. I should not be dominating and aggressive, acting in a self-righteous, arrogant way. Instead, like newly married brides, okay, I should be bashful, timid and timid and restrained. Okay, so the first two lines is saying, don't be too arrogant, right? When so so then they're saying why I need to help others, why I need to take all other sufferings upon me. And then actually most of this questioning is it's your arrogance talking it. Therefore, so it says when you are benefiting to other, when you are helping to other, don't be too much arrogance, not questioning too much, just help it. So, and then saying how we should be, when we help others. It says instead like a newly married birds. Okay, I don't know. You might have here. Okay. Let's say in like say new when they married, that the wife has to go to the husband's house to move. I'm just talking about that our traditions or like India. They're staying with their family always, even they're over 18. They stay together very joyfully, helping each other. Wonderful. So when the times comes married, then wife has to go to husband house, and then she's kind of like a new in her husband's house, and even they know each other. And then she will not express any negativities at the moment. She will not express all this her self-centeredness. She will not do like aggressive things, right? Because she's first time in the other house. Not do that. She always consciously watching on her behaviors, right? And then watching her how to talk, how to behave, right? So that's the same way every day. We should every day um, attentionally to watch your behave and control it, be a more gentle, be a more honest, right? So be a more humble. This is the, newly married birds do this. So for us, we can, is another simple example. If you are visiting to someone house very first time, and how your behavior will be, and after knows very well after 2 years, after 3 years, how your behavior will be, right? It is different. So why so much careful at the first time, and why you not careful at the after 3 years, right? Same, the same house, same person. The first time, how much you careful, that much more harmonious, that much respecting each other. And after a few years, you're not careful, you're careless, less harmonious, less respecting, or fighting. No more friends then. So, therefore, we clearly see that how much I control my behavior, that much benefiting to other, that much I have more peaceful. How much I do more careless, that much harms each self and others. They're clearly seeing that. Therefore, always be a person that who visiting first time in someone's house. That emotion, that thought, that attitude keeps in forever. Right? So there will be help then. Um, Even you know each other very well, right? But still, as your attitude keep us that way, it's really, really help. Right? So help like help each other as much as we can, but always keep that attitude, which means like a first time you visiting, when you first time visiting to someone. So that attitude, keep that attitude always, but help more how much you know each other, right? Try have a less self-centeredness, how much you know each other. But sometimes we do opposite. When we don't know very careful, and then we know each other, then you are ignoring them, you are like more expressing your selfish, or you are not really respecting, and so on, so on. Yeah, we do exactly opposite. How much we are familiar with, how much we getting close each other, that much your mind thinking, taking advantages. That's not good friend, right? That's not good friends. Good friends should be how much closing each other, getting close to each other, that much share love, not selfish, that much respect each other, not arrogance, right? So yeah, we do exactly opposite. Therefore, always fighting inside the family, always nice outside the family. When you go outside, you are very nice. When you come inside the like home, your manners very bad. It is possible, right? It is very much possible. We're seeing it many times. So therefore, when come back to home, your attitude is totally different when you are outside with someone. So why is it? Right? So you don't know how to, uh, or otherwise say, you get more familiar with it. And then you're taking advantages. You're taking advantages that you're from close. We never take advantages from close. If you want to take, really wants to take as like worldly, I'm talking worldly, or some civic activities, if you really want to take advantages, take someone that who you don't know, or take someone from your enemy. Why you from your friend? Why you like with your parents? There's even the worldly, that's exactly wrong, right? Taking advantages from parents, friends, close friends, it is wrong doing it. And of course, Dharma, part of Dharma practice, we shouldn't take advantages from everyone, but especially who you are close, because always with you. So therefore, be a newly married birds, always. Doesn't matter your husband, your wife, your children, your parents, whoever, doesn't matter. Always be like that, then it's good. It's safe. It's more harmonious. It's peace. That's my belief. So it's, and also my logic, my philosophy said it's very good way to do that. Huh. Okay. So every day we born as a new. Yeah, we are continuum. My body is growing, continuum, getting more knowledge. My wisdom is growing. My mind is having more experience. Yes, every day. Therefore, every day you can think, I'm born newly. Each morning, I'm born newly. And that person who is with you, either husband and wife, parents, they are also born new. Right? So sometimes think that way. New, meeting each other. There will be, keep your attitude as like a newly married person. Okay? If you do not agree, really discussion with me or ask me question, make sure what is mean. Okay. Yeah. So, but if you agree, and then what do we need to do? 2 point, that's what I said it, right? Okay. So now 167 and 168, 69, 70, 71, up to 72, 70, yeah, up to 73. From here, from 164 to up to 73, it's while we like engaging these activities in social, engaging activities in like a society with someone. So we must need to control our mind always, every moment. Okay, what here talking is connected with the changing practice of changing self and other, right? You should know that. So because above that, it talks a lot about like a do practice of changing self and other. It's mentally, not just physically, right? Mentally, you do a lot of changing self other practice, doing again and again and again. And then in the physically, how you engage activities in with the others. That's the talk so far. But still here talking, even you are take like the actions benefiting to other in a physically, or every activities you taking it, but always there are obstacle there, right? So therefore, very important to watch your mind while you are taking activities with someone, helping others, someone. Always watch your mind and control it, control it. Therefore, it says how to control that mind while I'm benefiting to others. Okay. So you are not controlling the mind of the benefit to other, the cherishing other. That you have to develop as much as you can. But what you controlling the mind is the same time we will cherish the other, there same time there another negative thought, negative mind will be arises. This is our nature of samsara, will come, will manifest it. That's kind of negative mind we have to control at the same time where we cherish the other. So therefore, the few verses here from 64 talking about how control your mind while you are benefiting to others. Okay. So 67. Okay. Thus, O mind, you should think and abide in that way, this way, and not act selfishly as before. If under his control of self-cherishing, you transgress this code, your selfishness will be your end. Okay. So it's a thus you should think and abide in this way. Okay, you should think dija, dedar nejashin. So what you should think, right? What you should think is like a cherishing other, right? So and then what you need to abide in this way is even you are physically, what you thinking cherishing other, what you thinking how you thinking benefiting to others, same your physical actions should be abide same how you motivate it, how you thinking it. That's the abide in this way means this way, right? And not act as selfishly as before. Is do not act which is harms to others. Okay? But the point of here is saying more conscious, what called moderate conscientiousness.
Moderation, conscience.
Yeah, more moderations. Yeah, it's one of the chapter. It's a fourth chapter, right? The chapter 4, it talks about conscientiousness, isn't it? Yeah. So be mindful. Another way to say be mindful. Always be mindful, right? So do you remember how to be a conscious or be mindful? Give example. Actually it's repeating again. I already talked when we talked in chapter 4. So if someone put your top of your head the very hot oil, the pot which fill it up the hot oil and put on your head and saying, okay, you work 10 step. That 10 step, your mindfulness, every second, every moment, your mindfulness will be there, right? You will do very consciously, attentionally. Because if you move something wrong, the heart oil will be get in your body, right? Because you're carrying in your head. This is the good example for us how much or how we need to be conscientious. So it says, even we are mindfulness, but our bad habit, the habit will become some kind of that some kind of negative thoughts. Then say, under the control of self-cherishing, you transgress the code, and your selfishness will be your answer. This control it. It's saying controlled by your recollections and controlled by your vigilance. That's true is always important, right? Recollection and vigilance, it's important when you develop shamatha. It's not only that, it's important for every day, important for every activities, not for like the only for Dharma practice, right? So the strong recollections or mindfulness and vigilance, these two tools very useful and very helpful if you keep it always with any practice, any activities needs these two. So therefore, even controlling your mind, more control your mind with the strong recollections and vigilance. You know this too, right? You know this too, okay. And okay, so then it says, however, mind, although you have been advised, right? Advised, if you do not act in a like manner, then since all misfortunes will entrust themselves to you, you will only be destined to distractions. Do I need to explain this? This is clear, right? This is clear. Okay. And then, and then saying the 69, after you know the fault of self-centeredness or the fault of not cherishing the other, then knowing with it the fault of self-centeredness, then try more generate for benefiting to other. That's saying, right? In 169 and 170. So that previous time when you could overcome me in now, the previous time when you could overcome me is now past. Okay. Oh yeah. Now it means, yeah, previous time we did many mistake. We did many wrong and then not perfect practice. We did so many mistake or wrong that we did it. That's excuse because we don't know how we need to do better and what is the best thing to do and what is the good thing to do. We don't know. This is the past actually. You don't have to regret on that because you don't know. This is part of our ignorance. Therefore, there are no regret, right? So it's a now I see your nature and your faults through by learning this Shantideva text. We know so many the good instructions to benefiting to self and others, having peace, self and others, how to overcome by difficulty to self and others, right? This all we learn it. So now I see your nature and your faults. And wherever you go, I shall destroy your arrogance, because I see the arrogance is the one of the very, very negative, uh, useless emotion, right? Very negative and a very useless emotion. I knows that arrogant is, so therefore I'm never going to associate with it. But it will comes, it will manifest it again and again with me, but I have to um, destroy it, or I have to reduce it, I have to eliminate it, because now I know what I have to do. And never regret what you did mistake in the previous, right? This is one suffering having with us, with the many people, and keep saying, oh, I did this previous, I did this. They're noted, it's past. It's a now, it's mean now past, it's past, right? No more exists. And we having keep suffering with illusion, because things are not exists, but we feel it exists. Illusion. So it's kind of like a punishing by yourself, because you are the only who thinking this, the past, right? You share your some past to someone, whoever you share to, they will not feel guilty on that. They will not feel so shame on that, because they knows the past. No more exit. But your emotion will keep having feel guilty and as shame. Is done. It is done. No more worry on that. No more feel guilty on that. It's also excuse, because I did it with the ignorance. I don't know. Of course, we are human being. We will do mistake. Then why we need to shame? But you should shame after you know. Still, you do mistake. Then there are no other excuse. The previous one is excuse because of ignorance, right? So therefore, you don't have to any feel guilty on that. Just forget it. Leave it there as a past. Kick it out from your mind. Kick it out from your thought, because it's past. So then you will have more peace then, right? So, but I have a many case that especially here, when I was young, I had this and that. Oh, when I was young, my parents this and this that, but still I'm suffering with it. If I use strong word, what I want to say, you are silly. That's good sometimes. Say that. You are silly. I'm silly. Oh, okay. So, you know what I mean, right? Okay. So therefore, never feel guilty on that. But always now, as you know, how much you know that 2 point, what I said, try engage it, and then there will be help. And then that which we know that emotion, negative emotion, we have to destroy it. Before we destroy, we cannot destroy at the moment. Before we destroy it, we have to reduce it first moment. The first our job is we have to reduce all this negative emotion or mental afflictions. We have to reduce it, right? Of course, one day we have to cut it, the root. We have to eliminate it. But it takes time. We don't have enough power for that to eliminating it, right? So look at our own practice, how much I'm doing it. That shows clearly you don't have enough power for to, and no one can do that. Even Buddha, at the first moment, He started from reducing all this obstacle. Not that he started try to eliminate immediate. There no way. Impossible. Impossible eliminating anger, arrogance at the moment. Impossible. But very much possible as we are ordinary being, ordinary human being who are do not have enough time for practice or who doing less practice. For us, the first job is reduce it. Reduce the anger, reduce the arrogance, reduce every single mental elections. Reduced, right? The reduce can be like a big reducing or small reducing. That doesn't matter. At least when you engage the Dharma practice, you cease, you reduce your anger. This is great things. This is something. It's much, much better than you cease dream to you flying in sky. You cease dream that you are sees Buddha in your dream. It's just dream. But in practical, if you reduce one of the mental afflictions, very light, small reduce, it's a much, much better. Right? So that's the always I'm sharing you because someone doing like a long time retreat, someone reciting mantra many time, or month by month, years by years, and then someone having very good dreams, then they think I'm special. I'm special because I have a wonderful dream. I'm special because I did like a many time retreat. I'm special because I recited that mantra thousand and thousand. What I like to say, you are not special by these things, but at least it's good that you do some virtues. I'm not discouraging to do that. It's rejoicing it. But part of that, thinking you are special by these things, this practice, no. Then when you are becoming special, when you can reduce one single mental afflictions, then you are special. It's practical, special. You are a great practitioner then. Right? Otherwise, no. Otherwise, no. You are 10 years retreat, never reduce every single mental afflictions. You are not great practitioner. Even 10-year retreats. No great practitioner. I'm repeating here, no. Yes, it's not great practitioner. But someone that even not doing this kind of long retreat, but at least day by day, they reduce one of the mental afflictions, then count it, you are great practitioner. You are much better than who did like a 10-year retreats, never reduce their mental afflictions. It's much better than it. Even you not do the 10-year retreat. Are you clear? You hear it, right? You hear it when I'm saying it. I'm strongly saying it. It is very true for me. Very true for me. It's a very practical, right? You're reciting many sadhana day by day. You do prayer, many different prayer day by day. Almost you are busy with the Dharma practice. Reciting and reading and prostrations, offering, you are busy with it. But sometimes you look back, do I reduce my anger? Do I reduce my arrogance? If you do not see any result of those, then you are not great practitioner. Even you are very busy in the day with the Dhamma, like some kind of Dhamma practice. Right? Yeah, I'm keep repeating this because this is important. Yeah, I did many times repeat it. So yes, for me, it's a great practitioner who began to reduce mental afflictions. That's all. That's all. This is the great practitioner. Then you are something special then. right? Okay.
That's very encouraging. Thank
I
thank you.
want, yeah, thank you. I want to hear you that. So, oh, okay. So, yeah, I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it that who are very knowledgeable, but never ever reduce anger. They keep same amount of anger when they begin of study. Now they graduated, Geshe or whoever, whatever. I'm not saying everyone. They are great practitioners. They are in monastery. There are many, many great practitioners there. But some are that I'm seeing it. When they start the begin the study it, when they're young, very angry person, very arrogance, egos, and they grow up, they study very well, they graduated, they have many disciple, many student to listening their teaching. The persons never ever reduce even in small anger. I saw that. Then I'm not going to respect for them. This is not the Buddha taught us, right? Buddha did not say just study it. Buddha did not say just get knowledge. Buddha always say get knowledge for reducement of afflictions, for enlightenment, for liberations. That's said it, right? So therefore, I see that even like a meditator, like a live retreat, people do. But again, I'm not blaming everyone. There are so many great practitioners there who sacrifice their life for practice, give up everything, very much rejoicing and bow down, so always bow down for them. But some are there again. The retreat, they'll give life, but very ordinary person, same as like a very ordinary person who never do practice, who never knows these things, is the same, right? So therefore we shouldn't do that. If you do as like a very ordinary person, and when it comes difficult to come, then you don't know what need to do, then they are no different than who did not learn it. They are no different than you are who did not practice it. You should be some different than who not learning it. You should be some different than who not do practice it, right? So this is yeah, this is very important. Oh, okay. I'm not criticizing for those people, but just it's good example for us, very good example for us what we need to do. Therefore, I think I can use this example for encourage you to make better, because this one is good things, right? So don't think I'm blaming for them. This is up to their life. Okay. And then let me finish the 170. And I should immediately cast aside all thoughts to work for my own sake, right? Immediately cast aside all thought to work for my own sake. By having sold you to others, I shall not become discouraged, but shall offer up all your strength to others. Again, same you are saying be more cherished to other, and then not be selfish. Okay. Okay, thank you. And then I'm stop here. Let me see. Yeah, 71, 72, two more words there. So yeah, I will stop here. 171. And okay, we can start the discussion or question answer.
Hi, I have two questions. Is that okay?
Well, definitely.
Okay, so the first one is we do have a saying in English when you were talking about how we go outside and we're nice to everyone, but when we go home, we're not nice to our family. We have a saying in English saying, I don't know if it's correct, but it's familiarity breeds contempt. So I'm wondering why we do that. Is that because of our self-centeredness and the idea that when you're familiar with someone, you are then less nice to them? I'm assuming that that's what that saying means.
It's definitely one of our negative emotion. That's depend on your attachment or your self-centered. Yeah, of course, self-centeredness is always the rooted there to having another negative emotion as same as like a self-grasping, right? Yeah, definitely is like connected with the self-centeredness, but at the moment, maybe attachment, maybe anger, maybe arrogant, right? So maybe ignorance, that you not see what happening after you ignore to others. You not see what happening in the future if you're not really careful on that. So that's ignorance. Yeah, so there are many causes possible.
Yeah, because we seem to do with people we know. I mean, on the whole, which makes it, more difficult. Yeah. Yeah, no.
Actually, this is different on we stay together or not, right? People who live with us, who are close to us, then we seeing more their real nature. Samsaric being, what is the real nature of samsaric being? Always under the control of mental afflictions,
Yeah.
most of the time take like negative actions.
Yeah.
That's the samsaric being that we see directly who near us, then we thought, oh, this person is very bad, other person is not. If you stay with some other one,
Yeah, they know.
same things, same things.
Yeah, sorry, I was talking to myself. Yes, that's very true.
Yeah.
And then my other question was when you mentioned the hot oil on top of your head and how we should apply that in our daily lives. When you said being mindful, when you said use recollection, I understand vigilance, you wanting to watch your mind, but what would we be recollecting during our everyday activities when we apply this idea of hot oil on our head?
So what I use, the recollection, is same as like a mindfulness. What I want to say is actually mindfulness. What does mean? You have to remember. You have to remember every moment what you should talk, what you should do. You always watch and remember what you need to do, which is associated with all this great instruction. You knows as well you know, and exactly remember it what you need to do. That's what recollection means.
So should you be thinking about, and like if you're washing the dishes and you're trying to, apply that hot oil on top of your head, like what do you recollect? You're just mindful that you don't think anything bad, or I mean.
Yeah, of course. This is what I give you the hard pot, like a hard oil pot in the top. This is example. You feel that, you imagine that if you are this person, then how much you will be mindful. That same mindfulness needed every single actions from morning to evening. Either you are cooking, working, talking with someone, working for someone, or practicing, whatever you do, always remember the instruction at the moment what you need to do. If you do practice, then remember how you need to do. And then keep remember, I'm doing practice, right? So I'm doing meditating. So if you not keep remember that I'm focusing on breathing, right? I focus on breath. You not remember, keep remember that breath is your object. And your mind lost it. So same way, any action that you need a more mindfulness or conscientiousness.
So if we're doing the dishes, should we be thinking like of a nice thought or how?
So dishes, this is,
You
yeah,
know what I mean? Like, cause we have a lot of spare time now, more so than maybe before.
no, while you do dishes, you have to focus on what you're doing at the moment. Otherwise, the plates are broken. Can be broke, right? So at the mindfulness, exactly when you need to turn on what button you need to hit it, right? So you hit the wrong button, you will get regret. So you need what you button you need to hit is how to put the plate, how organize in the dishwashers. There are a lot of things to do, thinking on that, right? So instead of just throwing in the dishwashers, more organized will be the more having space for other plates. So and then so on so on. This when you dishwashers, you are mindfulness on what you're doing at the moment. Dishwashers, how to organize, what button you need to hit, how much soap you need to put.
Is there any,
Sometimes we put everything, no mindfulness, we forgetting to press the button. We keep waiting, still not washes. What happening? Oh yeah, I found it. I forget to press the button on because of no mindfulness.
is there a way we can turn it into a positive practice by helping self and others when we're doing dishes? Is there anything we can
That's that's up to you. Definitely, you're right. So that's always thinking whatever we work, it's always benefiting the other. As well as generating compassion every moment, right? If even you do, dishwashers, and then same time that you can recite it some mantra with the compassion, because dishwashers the hard waters comes, that hard waters goes in like a kills many bugs and germs, right? There are many insect, the hard waters kills many insect. I don't know, I should say that or not, otherwise you will be not do dishwashers.
Those are like not generally regarded as maybe like sentient life forms, so like something alive, but in terms of sentience, I think it's debatable.
Insect, right?
But not insects on like
It's not inside the dishwashers, but the waters goes outside.
through the drain,
Yeah,
through
out
the
drain.
drain.
Yeah. So, so that water was using it definitely will keep. Just you therefore compassionately recite some mantra and then generate compassion, or you can use that for your concentrations, right? So be mindful, whatever you need it, very careful, gently, and calm mind to think, focus on what you need to do in dishwashers. It's help you to having good concentrations. Or same time, you can do generate compassion, recite mantra, everything you can do it, even you do dishwashers.
thank you?
Yeah. Therefore, I said when we are in a restroom, it's a good time to think compassion. It has a lot of time. Okay.
Question?
Yeah. Any other
Can I ask a
question?
yes, I have a short question.
Sure, definitely. Yeah.
For example, you talk about some Greek practitioner, and
Mhm.
he's, like, for example, you say 10 years retreat. So they have, they may, I assume they probably have the single point concentration and the more wisdom. So would that be easier to get rid of the mental afflictions? Or we can say they don't have mental affliction because the wisdom help you to get rid of all the mental afflictions, like attachment or anger.
Yeah. The why my what my example was people who do 10-year retreat, they got nothing. So they are not necessary to have single pointed mind. Otherwise, single pointed mind, if you do like a properly, it's like a give you time is 6 months. It's a six month, right? So this is the things. Even having just single pointed mind, if you not use as more proper way, then again, um, there are many people, many practitioners had that single pointed mind, but the next life again fall in the samsara. There are many, many cases there. Therefore, Lama Tsongkhapa says in Lamrim, it's not enough to have single pointed mind. Once you have single pointed mind, then it's depend on how you use this single pointed mind. You use this single pointed mind for generating compassion. You use this single pointed mind for realizing emptiness or so on, so on. That's the very good things. That's how I like to say. Another things, 10-year retreat is not necessary to have single pointed mind, because even not reduce anything, right? But there are many practitioners, even 3 years, they got so many things. So therefore, I want to make you differentiate it. What really I'm giving example. I'm giving example, people do 10-year retreat, they got nothing. They just recite mantra, recite mantra, recite mantra. While they're reciting mantra, they're not imagine anything, they're not think anything. But after 10 years, the anger is remaining as same amount. Attachment, ignorance, arrogance, everything's remaining as the same amount. Sometimes arrogance has more increase because they are 10 years, like it's like connected to develop arrogance. That possible. So that kind of practitioner, I don't think they have shamatha. Otherwise, as you said, yes, when we have a shamatha, it's very powerful for eliminating mental afflictions. Yes, definitely. So am I right?
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Yeah,
I have a question, Geshe.
definitely.
Oh, thank you. So you were talking about once something is done, a negative action is done, don't just reflect on it and, be upset about your past action, because it's past, it's done, it's over. And then I'm wondering if you can say something about what is it that we're doing that's different when we're doing purification practices and confessions and reflecting on all the negative actions we have done in the past and trying to purify them. What is it? Excuse me. What is it?
You are a busy person.
Sorry. What is it that we're doing differently?
It's a huge difference. One is exit, one is not exit. So when you do purification practice, you want to purify regret on what you've done, that imprint is still remaining in your mind. All this negative karma is there. Then you should have a regret because it's there, and then purification will be purified there. But a long time ago, when I was a children, I killed one insect. That karma is there, right? But sometimes say, okay, someone like slapped me. Someone slapped you. Do you need to hold these things in your mind? Then you always think that person is bad and always try to take revenge for that. Someone give you slap, that's gone. There are no more exits. But karma is still there, remaining there.
Okay.
Clear?
We're purifying the karma.
Yes.
Because we understand over countless lifetimes, we've done things we can't even imagine that we did. So we're purifying that, but we're not holding on to the emotion of the negative feeling or the we're not
Definitely not.
Okay.
Definitely not. And another big different things is, so far makes us worry and ashamed to think when I was young doing this and that. They're not thinking karma. They're more thinking, they're having more regret. They're having more feel guilty with their like a bad reputation or resentment. If someone harms to you, you keep in your mind, they're more resentment to bring them worry and feel guilty, or not feel guilty, really like a upset, right? So, and you did something wrong, then you having feel guilty. It's more you are worried about that having bad reputations. It's attachment. So not really thinking the karma in general. I'm talking about in general. If, even the Buddhist practitioner who knows this karma, but still not really thinking I have a bad karma to purify that. This is actually the big difference.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, okay. So anyone else? Okay, so if you do not have any question, then we're going to stop here. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you so much.
Geshe, you too.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Geshe.
Geshe. Bye, Geshe.
Do not forget the 2 point, okay? 2 point, what I talked way beginning. Okay. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Okay, bye.